Part B, Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear longer conversations. After each conversation, you will hear several questions. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Remember, you are not allowed to take notes or write in your test book. Go on to the next page. Now we will begin Part B with the first conversation. Questions 31 through 34. Listen to a conversation between 2 students who have just arrived at their university.
I see you've still got all your suitcases with you, too. We must have the same problem.
Let me guess. Your room's been given to someone else?
Yep.
I don't get it. They sent me my room number a long time ago.
Me too. Well, at least there's room in another dorm, Bundy Hall.
That's where they're putting me, too. But you realize that unless you have a car, Bundy's at least a 25-minute walk from the center of campus. And don't count on taking the campus bus. It runs at really inconvenient times.
Great way to start your college career. But, I don't know. Maybe there's a positive side to all this. Since we'll be so far away from everything, we'll be forced to use our time wisely.
True. I've heard lots of first-year students get into trouble because they hang out every day at the student center till it closes.
Exactly. And not only that, we'll get plenty of exercise from all that extra walking.
Yeah, and it's not exactly easy walking either. Around here, you just about need a pair of hiking boots and to enjoy mountain climbing.
You kind of got a point there. But at least there are great vistas from some of the buildings, not to mention the possibility of some serious sled riding when it snows.
Number 31. What problem do the students have? Number 32. What is one disadvantage of living in Bundy Hall? Number 33. According to the man, what mistake do many first-year students make? Number 34. What does the woman imply about the campus? Questions 35 through 38. Listen to a conversation between 2 students on a city bus.
Hi, Diane. Mind if I sit down?
Not at all, Jerry. How have you been?
Good, but I'm surprised to see you on a city bus. Your car in the shop?
No, I've just been thinking a lot about the environment lately. So I decided the air'd be a lot cleaner if we all used public transportation when we could.
I'm sure you're right, though a diesel bus isn't exactly pollution-free.
True, but they'll be running a lot cleaner soon. We were just talking about that in my environmental engineering class.
Well, what's the city going to do? Install pollution filters of some sort on all their buses?
They could, but those filters make the engines work harder and really cut down on fuel efficiency. Instead, they found a way to make the engines more efficient.
How?
Well, there's a material called zirconium oxide. It's a really good insulator, and a thin coat of it gets sprayed on certain parts of the engine.
An insulator?
Well, yeah. Actually, what it does is reflect back the heat of the burning fuel, so the fuel will burn much hotter and burn up more completely.
So a lot less unburned fuel comes out to pollute the air, right?
Yeah, and the bus will need less fuel. So with the savings on fuel costs, they say this will all pay for itself in just 6 months.
Sounds like people should all go out and get some of this stuff to spray in their car engines.
Well, it's not really that easy. You see, normally the material's a fine powder. To melt it so you can spray a coat of it on engine parts, you'd first have to heat it to over 10,000 degrees, and then, well, you get the idea. It's not something you or I'd be able to do ourselves.
Number 35. What is the conversation mainly about? Number 36. Why did the woman decide to ride the city bus? Number 37. What is zirconium oxide? Number 38. According to the woman, what may limit the use of zirconium oxide in cars? This is the end of Part B. Go on to the next page. Now read along as the directions for Part C are being read.